So I think this is my actual first official face reveal. Figure I've given enough information about where I work, what I do, and who I am, that it's kind of pointless trying to keep my face out of my vlog. So I figured I'd do a car vlog to talk about video game development and getting started in the industry. The things you need to know about if you want to have a snowball's chance in hell of getting into the video game industry. Idiots. People just do not stop at the roundabouts. Just don't even pay attention. So, things you need to think about. Education versus self-taught. There are lots of schools out there. There are lots of predatory lenders. There are lots of bullshitters and snake oil salesmen that are trying to cash in on naive young potential developers who want to get into the video game industry and are looking for the easy in. Well, I'm going to tell you, there is no easy in. You are either going to put your nose to the grindstone and sweat and bleed to get in, or you're not. That's all there is to it. The difference is how much money you've put into it. You're going to put a ton of time in it. You can go to schools. I've heard from a lot of friends who went to Full Sail. I've got a lot of friends that went to Southern Methodist University, the Guildhall, and God, what's the other one? I can't think of the third one, but there's a third big school that it's not AI, it's not Art Institute, but another school like Full Sail that I think was around just before the Guildhall. And you're going to pay a premium. You're going to have to cover your living expenses while you're going to the school. And you're going to be out tens of thousands of dollars if you decide to go to school. Now, the nice thing about the internet nowadays is that there are tutorials all over the place. Just on my friend's YouTube channel that he started up, Chanelinked, another motovlogger, actually started up a channel solely dedicated to teaching people how to work in editors, interviews. There's all kinds of stuff. He's got a podcast, and he actually wrote a book recently called Game Dev Unchained. You should go check that out. I'll put a link in the description for his YouTube channel, but that will be an invaluable resource whether you decide to go to school or not. But the first thing you need to figure out is, are you going to make the financial investment to go to school or not? If you are a self-starter, if you're the type of person who can just devour books without any kind of classroom environment, you might not need to go to school. If you're the type of person that can put in an additional 40 hours a week outside of work, say you have a day job, say you don't have a day job, you're going to want to put in probably 40 to 80 hours a week just jamming video game development, whether it is learning editors, playing as many games as you possibly can and deconstructing them. I'll talk about deconstruction later. And I might actually do a Twitch video for how to deconstruct games, because that would be the most valuable way to do it. Anyway, deconstruction, and then the last one would be networking. You definitely want to make industry friends if and when possible, so that when it is time to send in your resume, you already have contacts. People already like you, they're already kind of friends with you, they know you, you're a known entity. That is huge for getting a job. But the first thing is education, and do you want to make that financial investment when you could possibly flunk out if you're not the classroom type and you can't handle postgraduate level education, which is what many of these schools hold you to, that kind of standard. Like Southern Methodist University won't even let you in unless you have a at least I think a bachelor's degree. So at least when I went there, there was an option that if you didn't have a bachelor's degree, then you could take the test, and if you passed it with flying colors, there was a chance that you could get in without a bachelor's degree. But many of these schools, the good ones that are accredited and know what the hell they're doing and have actual game industry veterans as their faculty, usually have much higher requirements, and you're going to be paying a premium for that education. So the first step, do your research. Feel free to ask me any questions about the different schools. If you see a curriculum that seems legit, but you would just want to be sure, shoot me a question. I've got no problem answering any questions you guys might have about getting started. The next video, I think I'm going to talk about having a trade under your belt and all of the tertiary skills and knowledge that you need to have, even if you do get an education, in order to make yourself a well-rounded employee that is going to be attractive. Like I've got a lot of different things that I've done over the years, and I didn't get into the industry until I was 28. So that life experience, at least as a role-playing game designer, paid off huge, because you really do need to know a lot of stuff about a lot of things, and at least have a working knowledge of a wide variety of things in order to write dialogue, in order to create believable environments, and create these worlds that Bethesda and Obsidian are so well known for creating. So stay tuned, and there will be more of these coming.